Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but we're reacting to JJK today. Cause it's been a long time. I've realized the season has ended and we are watching way past after that time as well. And it was season 3. It was one of the most sought after or like hoped for or kind of waited season for JJK, right? And if you haven't seen the movie, that was amazing too. I watched the movie, that's why I started reacting after the movie, and that was like episode 3, I think. So let's catch up because it's been a while, and I've realized that JJK season 3 is going at a little bit more faster pace, but it's not just because that's how the animation is, that's how the story goes. It's a lot of here and there, it's all mixes together, and then when you watch it far back after like a few episodes, everything starts to make sense. And I'm like, yeah, that happened. But we know that we might have missed out on some small things, guys. Like, for example, um, shit, I forgot the guy. Principal was killed by other principal. So Gakuganji, that's the one guy. I think he killed Yaga. Huh? But yeah, and his technique, his curse technique, or the way he uses his curse technique was so incredible that you could potentially come up with an army of just soldiers that cursed soldiers basically that have multiple hearts that have multiple spirits that can do practically anything, and it depends on who you're calling back from, like as well, because we saw Yaga bring back the son of Kusakabe's sister. I think the soul of Kusakabe's sister's son, and that's how he helped him out. And he also revealed that secret to Principal Gakuganji. So I'm not sure why Gakuganji fought him, but he was supposed to be. I think it's because he helped Gojo, and everything is just as since Gojo's gone, everything's gone haywire, and people are doing anything they want, and the higher ups are getting killed left and right. By the way, one of the main family is dead, and that is the Zain family, and the head of that family is none other than Fushiguro, Megumi. So we don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening, but these are some instances that you missed. Another thing is there's been mixed reactions to episodes in the Western world and the Eastern world, and us watching after the fact that the season's ended and everything is going properly now. It's funny to see what the reactions are because on the one hand, the Eastern people are like, "Oh, this is not how the scene is supposed to be. It's supposed to be more um, poise and sad and upsetting scene, and it's been shown up as a overblasted Western media kind of sort of audience, like catered to them. But this seems, I think in this case, both are right. It depends on who's watching your show for the show the most. JJK has been very popular, very hit in the Western world as well. Lots of animes, they're just hit in the Eastern world. They don't get that much of attention and time and popularity by other people. Like, for example, we are watching Moriarty, and Moriarty is practically unknown to lots of people that I know. But those who are watching it, by the way, we are, and there's a link in the description for the playlist of JJK, Moriarty, and all the other anime that I've been watching. Hopefully, you'll love it and enjoy it as well. If you watch the show, you'll be like, this is amazing. How did I miss that? That's the kind of shows that are more popular and they get better for the Eastern audiences. They suit the Eastern audiences and the Western audiences because it's more um, Western culture. They kind of sort of like the fighting and the power ups and the strong and the strength, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. It's popular everywhere. You know why? Because there's fighting in it, and that's what all the stuff around the world people like. Because I don't know, I don't know why they like it, but that's just how it is. And we get to see all that reactions after we are watching the show now because we're watching the show now. Sorry. So that's what I'm saying. Also, we got to find out Kirara is a guy. No way, because that's too pretty a lady to be a guy. Then there's Hakari, who's basically Zoro, who's found his way back from One Piece to here. And if you didn't know, I think JJK is popular because it's a perfect sort of derivation of mix of stories from the big three. Like you saw Ruby Sponge, you saw the powers of Curse Technique, which is, I don't know, sort of like coming up from the big three because everything comes up from there. It's literally Bleach. Uh, Not literally, but just derives from that side. You know what? There's so many powers, so many imaginations. Depends how you are using this. It's like one author uses a curse technique, a power in a certain way, and the other in a certain way. and who is it better? How do you put it in the story? How do you combine it and make it so that it builds a proper anime and manga? That's how the story goes. Anyway, I've rambled on for too much. Hakari knows that Yuta is being sent by, sorry, not Yuta, Yuji is being sent by, sent from the cursed school, Jujutsu High, and Kirara is fighting, I think against, Kirara is the one who noticed, and they are fighting against Megumi and Panda. So, let's get on with it without any further ado. JJK, I think this is episode 6, season 3. Oh yeah, the animation is fantastic. Guys, is he just taking out all the fighters there? Oh wow, that's Hattori, guys. What an amazing way to travel. You can just travel through people's shadows. Okay. I think Kirara's technique makes it seem impossible to reach Hakari. There you go. Oh, found out. Does she know Panda? Does he know Panda? Oh wow, that's how he figured out. Yeah, and she immediately said, and he. Why do I keep referring to her? Him as she. Oh, oh, whoa! What happened? Excuse me? Yeah. Damn, Demon Dog looks so cool. Okay, something happened. Sorry. So you just can't fight him. Imai. Hey Zoro! Nice! Awesome. Okay. So, hmm. 東京が現状どうなっているか知ってますよね。各地で発生している見解も無関係じゃない。未曾有の呪術テロがあったんです。Oh, that's not. That's Sukuna, guys. And we don't care. Yeah. What? And he's sealed. I don't think they need him. Wow. That's a different take on cinematography. Would you believe? No, you won't. Yeah, who's gonna be able to defeat Gojo? You can't mark. Can you mark all of them? What? Whoa. Sorry, what happened? Can you even read that? Acrux. Constellations. Wow. That's a very complicated technique. I'm just gonna say that. Anything involving constellations is, well, stars in general, is really, really complicated. And you have to understand that you have to be knowledgeable about stars and how they work and where their position is and what they're supposed to do in the sky. And is that the extent of their power, right? Because what's that anime? It's very recent. Re:Zero? I think that's where the guy with the white hair, the latest enemy in the last season, right? He was defeated. He had a star power too, and his power, I still don't get it. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand how he got defeated, but somehow he did. And I think Subaru was the one who figured it out. And in the same case, like it's a fact that when these kind of powers show up in anime, you don't expect anybody to understand what's happening, but there's one person, and in this case, it's supposed to be Fushiguro, because he clearly understands what's happening. He understands there's a star and the name of the star, and he read all of this and he's trying to figure out what's going on. It's like there was nothing shown before this that you know anything about space and star and constellations and whatsoever, and suddenly you're like, ah, I get it, right? This is where I feel like, and maybe it's a bit far-fetched, but who knows? Maybe Fushiguro was a top grade student and he understood everything. He went through all this stuff. He went to regular high school as well, I think. And in Jujutsu, it's just there. Now, going apart from that, it's pretty obvious they wouldn't be believing Gojo was sealed, because who in their right heads would be even able to scratch, leave a scratch on Gojo? Nobody can even touch him, let alone seal him. And there's like, as far as they know, they don't know anybody in this whole world apart from Geto and Sumiki. I think it is Sumiki. I think it's Sumiki, right? Sumiki, Sukumo, Sumiki. But one of that person, the one that Todo's teacher. I think those two are the only special grade people, and even them beating Gojo is a little bit like, Gojo can defeat them, I think, fairly easily, because Gojo is really strong. So if they can't do it, I don't know anybody else in the world, and neither do they, because they are third year, so they should know practically everybody who's in the Jujutsu circle. Given that they know the higher ups, given that they also know what their problems are, what a shit problem they have. Like, the higher ups, I mean, like, if your curse technique is evolving with time, that's an issue. Like, change is supposed to be constant. That's the only constant. Whether it's used for good or whether it's for bad, that's a different case. But people having different techniques, like, what's his name? Yuji. Yuji doesn't even have a proper technique. He just left, right, good night. Right? That's his technique. Fushiguro's technique is the most conservative technique of all time. Like, it's what, 10 shadows. Same with Sukuna, not such a bad technique, slashes, but I don't know people figured that out or not. But and there's also something secret that he has, which is the open gate where he can increase fire. Panda, a little bit complicated, but still nothing more new. We don't know what Hakari's technique is. Well, we know, but we don't know what his technique is that make the higher up fuss up about it. And like, and it's just saying, like, there's so many people with so many new techniques, and you just have to be okay with it. Like, there was this one girl with the camera, and Sukuna figured it out immediately, but still, that was a cool technique. Like, if you are in the camera, there you go. You won't be able to do much about it, but as long as the camera is gone, then you're gone too. Yeah, we've seen some crazy techniques so far, none of which would seem like, oh, hey, that's a really new, really crazy technique. Like, even for curse spirits, they were properly normal curse spirits, like soul and then get those curse technique, which is like the Uzumaki and like combining all the curse spirits, absorbing curse spirits. I think it's okay. I think I wouldn't be able to think about like, you know what, your technique is shit and get off of our high school. I wouldn't be able to do that. Think the fact that they're able to do that to Hakari and Kirara both shows that the higher ups are actually strong. Now we don't know who they were. Right now we know Zayn, and from Zayn the strongest was the grandfather, the guy who died, and he was fastest. And then Naoya, and he was, but Fujiguro is still okay. And what about Yuta then? He does not even have a proper. He has a very normal um, curse technique, literally copy. So are they mad about him as well? He seems to be from a top-notch clan as well. So I don't know. There's a lot of things to fuss about, but that's definitely one of them. Okay, the Southern Cross.
マジかって顔したな。知識のモチーフが南十字星だという確信はなかったんだ。けど私もマジかって顔しちゃった。確信を与えちゃった。
Yeah,
このまま地球をカンパされればモニタールームに入られる。ここで
that's it.
信用する。再び膠着か。
It's a crazy technique. You can't beat him, and he can't beat you as well.
感謝だな。
Okay.
でもこれ以上は何もしゃ。つうか南十字座っていうやつじゃないのか。やっぱりパンダ先輩とは近づける。先輩、南十字座って星4つですよね。え、それは十字でしょ。それそうなるよ。
Hmm. All right, we're gonna have to learn some constellations, guys.
それぞれに南十字の星を割り振って適当な距離を取らせるものだと思ったんです。でもキララさんは扉に近づけるし、
Yeah.
俺とパンダ先輩同士も近づける。
Okay.
俺たちの星とキララと扉の星が反発するようになってるとか。
だったらキララさん
I think there should be one more star.
あ、そうか。内側で扉にべったりされたら積むもんな。じゃあこういうのはどうだ？ある星 A は他の星 B に近づけるが B が A
Yeah.
に近づけない。こんな感じでそれぞれの星には相性があって。
Wow. Hey guys, did I not say there was a complication?
近づいてもお互い自由に動けていますよね。
じゃあ違うか。
Half of the
決められたスタンプ
battle is just
それぞれに違う
understanding people's technique.
そんで同じ星をくっつく。
なるほど。でも術師本人は術式対象外ってことはないか。
それはないです。本人も玉剣と距離取らされてました。今キララさんは俺たちが何かしら条件を満たして自分の目の届かないところでモニタールームに侵入されることを警戒している。
となると星は5つ以上だな。
はい。
Yeah. See, I was thinking the same thing.
正しかったとして星4つなら俺かパンダ先輩はキララさんに近づけるはずなんで、間に5つ目の星があってそこを経由しないとキララさんと扉に近づけない。
Oh, so the root thing was actually true.
さすがにないと信じたいですね。十字で5つでも意味わかんないのに。バレたなら攻めるでしょ。
Okay. Wow. What? Oh, you can just mark a star to a thing that you want to attack them with. Ah, clever. He'll come back to you, bro.
お前の星を車につけたんです。俺と玉剣の時みたいに投げても戻ってくるから引っ張られますよ。
Yeah.
星をつけるには多分対象に触れなければならない。でも俺もだってキララさんに触れられてない。触れられたのは玉剣だけ。
I think they have to just see him.
物ではなく磁力に星をつけて、こんな車のようなものに星をつけるのはあらかじめ誰かしらの磁力を込めなければならないんじゃないのか。いっぱいだ。車からキララさん以外の磁力の残影。
Residual.
ないのであればもう一つの星の残影も。
Oh, what is happening?
あった。5つ目の星。
Okay.
俺たち3人以外の残影はもう見当たらない。キララさんはすでに自分の磁力
Damn, Fushiguro is smart.
物に俺と同じアークルックスの星をつけるために自身の磁力は使えないからさっきの車のように俺に物は飛ばせない。あれに触れればキララさんに近づける。
伏黒の仮説は正しい。キララの術式ラブランデブーは南十字座をモチーフとし5つの
Love Rendezvous. That's a cool name.
俺
星が別の星に接近するには定められた順序を守らねばならず、同じ星同士は一方に引き寄せられる。
君すごいじゃん。マジで私の術式のこと分かってるんだ。
パンダ先輩。
Oh, nice.
順序とは星座の奥行き。平面的に見える星座にも当然奥行きがあり、地球からの距離はそれぞれ異なる。
Oh.
でも物分かりが良すぎて、もう物は飛ばせないって決めつけてたんじゃない？私の呪力についた星、ギナを外して、君と同じアグルクスの星をつければいいだけじゃん。
Wow. Okay, that's a little bit more complicated, but does it matter to Fushiguro? Oh, he marked Demon Dog!
そうか、あの子はまだ一度もワンコの式紙を解除してなかったんだ。
Oh, he just hit it! Nice!
見破られた。自分と式紙の間に壁を挟んで、引き寄せられる式紙を壁に突っかけておく。
Oh, wow! Damn, Fushiguro is smart! Okay, now what? Do you think she's gonna cancel? He's gonna cancel his own?
話聞いてください。
Damn. That was a lot of complex calculations that we knew. Okay, it's not as hard as I thought. Basically, see, I'll try to figure out this stuff, and you tell me if it's right or wrong, right? So, from what I know, of what we've seen, it's basically you have to follow a set order of stars to reach another star, and the order is determined by the star that is closest to Earth. So, and you can follow the next star that is closest to you, and the previous star that is closest to you, but not the one after that, right? Right? That's what makes sense, I think. And Fushiguro was able to, and if you have the same name on the star, then you are just gonna attract each other. So, for example, like a car that is thrown with Imai towards Panda, who also has the mark of Imai, will just collapse. Oh well, collide, right? Okay, not as difficult, but is it really a powerful technique? Like, it's just something that you would be doing to reach the stalemate. Now, the problem is, what would you do if you have something that can destroy literally the whole surroundings? Does that mean that your mark goes as well? Like, for example, if the car is marked with a star, and if you destroy the whole car, then what happens? Does the mark disappear? Or if you remove the traces of the curse energy across you, does that mean, like, for example, if this person, Kirara, was in Shibuya and Sukuna basically obliterated everything that was around it, it can be a cursed or non-cursed object, it obliterated every single thing. Does that mean that the energy collapses? I don't know. It would be a good fight to see. It would be a good thing to see what the fight would look like between Kirara and other powerful users like Gojo or Sukuna. Just a little bit more fun. Clearly, Fushiguro is too smart. If he's able to defeat a third year, being a first year, not even a second year yet, and we still have to find out the hierarchy. I think Yuta is the strongest. Hakari might be the second strongest, given that they are going to ask Hakari's help, and then think Megumi, Yuji come around the same level. Todo comes a little bit higher. Yuji is clearly way stronger right now because he can land black flashes literally at will at some points if he's just concentrating and focusing a lot, and he was able to defeat special great curses as well. So I think we'll give it to Yuji, but technique wise, I would still give it to Megumi, and we'll find out if he can win against Yuji in a straight on battle. We go on a random tangent sometimes. Has nothing to do with the episode. It's just fun to see whose curse technique, how would you use it. Okay.
本当に今の狙ったの？ワンコと君、どっちが引っ張られるかなんて分かんないじゃん。
そこは賭けでしたが今わかりました。呪力出力が高い方に引っ張られますよね。初めは俺が極限
Nice.
キララさんの攻撃をガードしようと呪力で強化した今回、結果が逆になった。
君1年生？
All right. The purpose
お願いします。時間がありません。
is not to fight.
分かったよ。
That's the second year.
イタドリ。
Oh, I thought that was Panda. I think Yuji could beat him.
なめるじゃねえか。
Oof. Whoa. He's not attacking.
いかれてんな。
これは渋谷での戦いとは違う。はかり先輩に俺を認めさせるためのいわば儀式だ。もうよけねえ。反撃もしねえ。この人が折れるまで。
面白い。話は聞いてやる。
If you can listen. Oh, yep. I thought that. Doesn't matter now.
今聞くっつったろ。
Oof. That's a powerful punch.
ねえ、虎杖。なんで俺だよ。俺たち初対面だよな。
Because you've defeated King.
先輩たちがあんたを強いと言ったのだ。
術師が術師にするお願いは一緒に命を懸けてくださいが前提だろうが。てめえは俺に命を懸けさせるだけの熱を今ここで伝えなきゃなんねえんだよ。
Oh, that's some justice to the voice acting, man. Amazing.
可能性をなくしてんだよ。こういう下手が間引いとけや。
He's dead.
俺に熱なんてねえよ。
ああ、
俺は部品だ。
Oof.
術師が呪いを払うのか払い続けるための部品。
おいおいおい、マジかおめえ。超つまんねえじゃん。
Yeah, I don't like that way of thinking as well. Seems like the scene from Vinland Saga where he's just getting beat up. Come on, that's not a lot of punches.
五条さんが言うにはな、俺の磁力は他のやつよりざらついてるらしいぞ。
Really?
死んだぞ。おいパンダ、おいウニ頭、さっさと虎杖連れてうせろ。二度と。
Oof.
ノーガードで3発だぞ。その前に味方が殴った。何せいだよ、お前は。
俺は部品だ。部品には役割があるんだよ。呪いを払い続ける俺の役割。それにはかり先輩が必要だっていうなら、あんたが首を縦に振るまで付きまとう。
I don't think he can take another punch. Maybe a couple more. Maybe.
先輩、あんたの役割は何だ。
こいつ、これが部品の熱かよ。いいぜ、何発でも。
銀ちゃん熱くなってるんじゃない？
熱に嘘はつけねえ。お前ら、降りてこい。
What? All it took was a little bit passion. Oh, what a pose.
解決。納得してもらえたんですか？ありがとうございます。
いいよ。上の連中は嫌いだけどね。なんやかんや高専で人助けしてた金ちゃんが一番熱かったから。
Yeah, that hurt.
リンゴンリンゴンリンゴンリンゴンリンゴン。
Oh, whoa, what happened?
による死滅回遊へのルール追加が行われました。
What? Who did?
プレイヤーは他プレイヤーの情報、名前、得点、ルール追加回数、対流コロニーを参照できる。
Just keep adding rules. I think that's a rule that's beneficial for them.
足りねえだろ殺したんだから。どいつもこいつも貧弱すぎる。
Whoa,
400年前の方が幾分マシだ。
what the hell?
どこにいる？少な。
That's a way different voice for his character.
100ポイント消費して死滅回遊にルールを追加しますか？
そうか。名前だろ。
Yeah, I've heard this voice somewhere.
ルール追加すると H のか。じゃあルールの追加回数もだな。それからどこのコロニーにいるか。大金、ルール追加は全プレイヤーの情報を開示させろ。
Whose voice is this? Why do I know this voice? Hajime Kashimo. Okay. A new player has entered the chat, guys. And clearly a very powerful one at that. I don't know. Do you get 5 points if you kill somebody? And he's killed. He's at 200 points. That means he's killed, I don't know, 40 people already? Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. And he's just going on a killing spree there. Okay. That's starting done. I literally thought, I'm like, look, guys, you don't have to fight them, but you just have to request them. But how are you going to? Because it's not on Kirara. They are not here to ask help of Kirara. I mean, yes, they are, but they are asking help for Hakari. And that's where Yuji is. So how are they going to do that? And it literally took the same thing as Villanza. Just listen to me. I don't care. I don't want to fight. This is not going to happen. I'm here to ask you for your help. I'm not here to fight. And if fighting you, I don't even think fighting Hakari would have done anything good. It's even if I think the way they have mentioned him, I think even right now, if Yuji, Megumi, and Panda even together attacked Hakari, he would still win. I still think so. He's a third year. For some reason, he's outside banned or exiled. No, I don't know the word, but anyway, he's outside Jujutsu. He's not being there, and they are the only 2 3 years, so they have all wealth of experience with them, fighting cursed spirits and having knowledge of about all the most of the other sorcerers, the upper clan, Zain clan, all this stuff. So I think they are a pretty helpful bunch, and I think Yuji did the right thing to not fight back and just go on and ask for help. That's how you're gonna do it. The way Yuji thinks is a little bit annoying. You're a cog in the machine that you're supposed to function. I'm not with it. Maybe his mindset will change down the way, but before he joined Jujutsu, I think he's like he didn't have he didn't have a mindset. He didn't have a function. He was just going for it with everything he got. Somewhere down the line, with all these defeats and all these people he's lost, I think he realized that his function is not to win the battle. That's somebody else. His function is to save it, and that the people who can win the battle take care of it. He's just one of these. How do you want to say it? In the war, he's the general, but he's not the commander. I think that's how he thinks right now. But I would like him to grow into that leader role where he's deciding what's going to happen, how he's going to do it, who are they going to engage with, why are they going to engage with them. I think Yuji might not be the person who decides that because he's clearly not that smart. I mean, he's smart, alright. He has the battle IQ, he has the battle prowess, but he's not smart to understand the situations and let's see what's happening with them. Megumi, on the other hand, is complete opposite. He's smart, he understands what's going on, what to do. And then there are, of course, some passionate people like Zoro, Hakari, who are just living how they want it to be. And isn't that fun? Anyway, new player, new rule. Now you're able to see all the information of all the players. Anybody is able to see all the information of all the players across all the colonies, and you can just probably decide to, what, that's the strongest player over there. That's the guy with the most points. Let's go and attack them. I think that's what's going to happen now. With their help, everybody's going to scatter around the colonies. Maybe they all will separate. That's what I'm trying to say, because hey, you want to have the most points and everybody will have to have some function. And I think that's what they're gonna do. I think Yuji and Megumi will probably try to go to the same place. Might get separated, but along the way and split to do other things. Yuta is already gone. I don't know if Kirara and Panda decide to join the games, but I mean they will have to at some point. But will they join the games and will they um, help around? I don't know what their role is. Clearly, Hakari has some set role, and he's gonna do that. But let's find out that in the later episodes. Thank you for watching. That was today's episode. Amazing. I think they're not sacrificing on quality this time, because last 2 episodes, like last season, some episodes were like, okay, something went wrong here, but this time they're like, we're gonna have set number of episodes, amazing score, amazing music, and the storyline is good anyways. That was it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this episode in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Until then, bye bye.